Ladies and gentlemen, welcome here to Somerville High School. I'm glad to be back. It's an Aaron Jolly Productions broadcast, joined alongside my colleague, Nate Philbrick, and I'm honored to be back here in Somerville, where I called so many games last season. Today is the annual Alumni game, where we honor all of the players that came before these and put all their heart and soul into this program. So a big thank you to the team and Athletic Director Tim Davis for having me back in the Ville. Today's matchup, the Lawrence Cardinals visit the Somerville Pioneers for today's alumni game. Lawrence comes in to the game 3-1, while Somerville comes into the game off a win versus Immaculata at 2-0.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good season for Somerville. Also a pretty good season for Lawrence. They were looking up for last year, thought they were going to go positive, but Wooding, one of their star players, suffered an ACL tear last season, wasn't able to create the impact with how early she got that injury. They managed to go under 500 again. But for the first time since 2013, this team is looking up. They have won more than 3 of their first 4 games, as they are currently 3-1, and they've won 3 in a row coming into here. They beat Bernagask 51-45, Allentown 42-34, and West Windsor Plainsboro South 40-24. So, should be a good competitive matchup, especially with Somerville coming off 2 wins. Their first against College Achieve Central 43-26, and just this past week Thursday versus Immaculata 52-44.
Yeah, I agree. Lawrence head coach, the Cardinals head coach, Dana Williams, seems to have a lot of confidence in what this group can do this year. As Somerville and coach Matt Melisurgo come into this game undefeated, they're going to be relying on their 2-star players, Kaylee Lauber and Lily Taylor, with some help from guard Amaya Miller. We're going to get into a ceremony here for Kaylee Lauber in just a moment, who just scored her 1,000th point. The officials for today's matchup are Ken Gaffney and Frank Zarello. And the last time that these two teams faced off was January of 2013. And Somerville, which probably isn't relevant now, blew them out 49-24 as they look to do that again here on their alumni night, where last year they lost a lot of their seniors. Charlotte Taylor, a 1,000-point scorer, is one of them. Riley DeSarno is another one. Kelsey Butler coming off the bench, giving them key defensive minutes. So it should be interesting to see what we have here in store for you today. Should be a great game, as we are about a minute and a half away from the public announcement, so we're going to step aside. We'll be right back when we start our ceremony. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to the Ville, where we are about to get underway for a little ceremony honoring Kaylee Lauber, scoring her 1,000th point in just her 2nd game as a senior in high school. So I'm going to turn it over to the Somerville PA for a few words for Kaylee Lauber.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to the graduation here at Somerville High School for Pioneer Basketball. Today's game is the 2025-2026 season home opener. Features the Lawrence Cardinals and your Somerville Pioneers. Ladies and gentlemen, before we get into pregame announcements, at this time we would like to recognize a member of our basketball family, Kaylee Lumber, who in a 31-point performance on Thursday evening became the 14th player in Somerville girls basketball history to join the 1,000-point club. In addition to tying the gold record in Somerville girls soccer, Kaylee next year will be attending Montclair State University, where she will compete in both basketball and soccer. And since she'll likely get a better ovation here in Indiana than she might at a Catholic school gymnasium across town, please join me in congratulating the 14th member of the 1,000-point club, Kaylee Lumber.
Huge congratulations there to Kaylee Lauber, as she's the 14th member, as you just heard, of the 1,000-point club here in Somerville, and we should be getting underway soon with the national anthem and a couple more announcements from the PA.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to Somerville High School for today's game between the Lawrence Cardinals and your Somerville Pioneers. The Cardinals are coached by Miss Dana Williams, who is assisted by Mr. Antonio Stapleton. Lawrence enters this matchup with a record of 3-1. Somerville enters today with a record of 2-0 and is coached by Mr. Matthew Melicerdo in his 11th season as head coach of the Pioneers. He is assisted by Mr. Thomas Henry and Mr. Christopher Banos. This game is being governed by the rules of the NJSI-AA. These rules provide for fair competition among players. Spectators can help promote good sportsmanship by observing the rules of fair play. Any verbal, written, or physical conduct related to race, gender, ethnicity, disability, sexual orientation, or religion shall not be tolerated, could subject the violator to ejection, and may result in penalties being assessed against your team. All are requested to take personal responsibility for keeping this competition at a high level of good sportsmanship. At this time, we'd like to introduce the starting lineups for both teams. First, the visiting Lawrence Cardinals. At guard, a freshman, number 13, Claire Borsinski. Sophomore forward, wearing number 21, KJ Williams. At center, a senior, number 32, Grace Orishin. At forward, a senior, number 11, Kamala Carter. And at guard, for Lawrence, a senior, number 2, Amber Woody. And now the starting lineup for your Somerville Pioneers. At guard, a junior, number 12, Molly Bowen. Junior forward, wearing number 33, Aiden Carey. And forward, a junior, number 23, Lee Taylor. Senior guard, wearing number 5, Amaya Brewer. And now, for Somerville, a senior wearing the Pioneer 2, Kaylee Lauber. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask everyone please rise And gentlemen, please remember to remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
As you just heard, ladies and gentlemen, the starting lineups for both teams. For the visiting Lawrence Cardinals, you have number 2, the senior guard, Amber Wooding. Number 11, Kamaya Carter. Number 13, Claire Gorzinski. Number 21, KJ Williams. And number 32, the senior forward, Grace Orishin. For the Pioneers, you've got number 12, Molly Bowen. Number 33, Hayden Karen. Number 2, Kaylee Lauber. Number 5, Amaya Miller. And number 23, Lily Taylor. Taylor and Williams set to jump it up at half court. Lauber in the back court, Miller and Karen out wide. And Karen controls it, gives it to Lauber, who's going to bring it up here for the Pioneers. Lauber calls for the screen, now goes to the right wing for Bowen. Now Taylor catches it at the high top of the key. Lauber's got it on the left side. Jab step, back up top, Miller. Miller settles into the 3 ball, won't go, off the mark a little bit short. Lauber, the rebound, kicks it back out, and it's picked off. Long outlet pass to Wooding, and Wooding's gonna push the floor. Left side 3 ball, no good, an air ball, but the offensive rebound goes to Gorzinski. Gorzinski gets it back in the corner. Her 3, no good, short, looked like she got bumped, and Taylor controls the rebound for the Pioneers. Lauber brings it up now, high pace to start this game. Bowen gets it to Miller at the top of the key. She's picked up by Wooding. Now it's Karen to Taylor. Now Lauber gets it back. She's going to look to set up an offense. Goes to her right, drives through. Euro step, doesn't get the roll. Taylor can't quite control it. And it's going to be last touch by Taylor, so it's going the other way with 6:59 to go in the first quarter. So Wooding coming off of that ACL tear, still wearing the brace on her right leg, as Bowen's playing a lot of denial defense on her. Amber Wooding is the leading scorer for the Lawrence Cardinals.
Yeah, indeed she is. First 4 games of the season, she's got 76 points. As mentioned, she leads the team in points, 19 points per game. That's not a low margin, especially for high school basketball. She is going to be a major contributor in this game, along with Lauber on the opposing side.
Yep, Lauber, the leading scorer for Somerville, as they get it back with just over 6.5 to go. Almost picked off, and it is picked off. KJ Williams lays it up and through for the first score of the game. That goes to the Lawrence Cardinals. Lauber brings the ball up now, looking to set up an offense. Flashes down Miller. Miller runs underneath. Taylor gets it at the top. Now swings to the Miller on the left side. Underneath for Lauber, looking to get a post up. Dumps it off for Taylor. Taylor, mid-range, J. No good, just off. And that rebound's going to be controlled by Kamaya Carter. And she's going to bring the ball up the court for the Cardinals. Hands it off to Wooding. Gorzinski on the right side. KJ Williams, now it's Carter. Inside Gorzinski, scoop layup, won't go. Good defense there by the Pioneers, but they can't quite hold on, and it's going to be another possession with 5:42 to go for the Cardinals. Carter to inbound, gets it in, and Grace Orishin puts up the shot but got fouled, so she's going to head to the stripe and shoot 2 free throws.
The game's opening foul is charged against Somerville's Amaya Miller.
Amaya Miller commits the first personal. That was a big issue for her last year, was committing a lot of fouls. A very aggressive player, both offensively and defensively, but definitely have to watch the fouls today. As Orishin misses the first. Orishin averaging 10 points a game. And makes the second, so 1 for 2 from the line from Orishin with 5:39 to go in the first quarter. It's 3-0 Cardinals. They've done a great job so far taking away Kaylee Lauber and Amaya Miller and forcing Lily Taylor as another strip ball, and that comes up with Carter. Carter pushing the court, kicks it outside, Gorzinski, and she's going to be called for too many steps. So sloppy basketball so far from both teams as Lauber brings the ball up after the turnover. Bowen gets it on the right wing, flashes for Miller. Carter's done a great job so far guarding Lauber. They try to get it inside to Miller and it's stripped. Wooding again, running the break. Bowen all over her, good defense. And she throws the ball out of bounds, too high on that pass from Amber Wooding. And another turnover for the Cardinals.
Yeah, just some pretty sloppy basketball there, and Wooding moving fast on the break. Evidently that ACL tear from last year is not going to hold her back this season.
They go back to Miller in the corner. And a foul called on number 11, Kamaya Carter. She's got a tough assignment tonight guarding the leading scorer for Somerville and Kaylee Lauber. Miller floats a pass in for Lauber. Lauber tries to rip through, puts up a tough shot, gets it to go on the tough Euro and a floater. Kaylee Lauber opens up her scoring night with 4:42 to go. It's 3-2, Cardinals on top. They go inside Orishin. Orishin, bounce pass for Carter. Carter, mid-range J, too much. As Orishin gets the rebound and she's whacked by Karen. So Horrence will get the ball underneath the basket. Bowen will sit down. And Jocelyn DeGinio will check into the game for her first minutes. Number 10. Now she's going to be guarding Wooding. We'll see how that plays out. Carter gets it on the right, picked up by Karen. Deflected by Karen, and Lauber's there. Lauber gets the ball. Pushes up court, fake pass, goes off glass. Nice touch from Kaylee Lauber as she gets it to go. Looked like she was going to lose the ball there for a second, but got it back, and tough finish for Kaylee Lauber there as Somerville takes the lead with just over 4 minutes to go. Wooding through the defense, outside Carter. It's a long two, foot was on the line, and the ball gets held up, so it's going to be a jump ball. And they call in their assistant coach, head JV coach, to whack it out of there, and he does just that. And it's going to stay with Lawrence as Somerville controlled the opening tip-off. 4:02 to go, 4-3. Low scoring, good defense so far. Or should we say sloppy offense, lots of turnovers.
Yeah. Lauber, though, past 2 possessions, 2 scores, drove to the rim both times. Driving through the traffic last time, she looks like she's getting full of confidence again, especially coming off a 31-point game.
Somerville coming out in a 2-point set, and Lauber a steal. Lauber last year in their semifinal game in their loss to Cranford, had 20 points and 5 steals, so she gets it done on both ends as she dumps it off to Amaya Miller, who finishes to extend the lead to 3 now with 3:38 to go in the first quarter. Carter uses the screen, uses the second screen by Orishin. Back outside Gorzinski. Deep 3, no good, it's off the mark. Lily Taylor can't quite hold on as Williams gets the rebound, and she'll dribble it back out. Bounce pass Orishin, thought about a mid-range J, now goes out for Gorzinski, who can't quite hold on. Gorzinski and Wooding lead the team in 3-point scoring, so not a surprise that there's a lot of attempts there. DeGinio got a hand in there as Carter gets it back. Orishin sets a screen on nobody, and the floater, good for Kamaya Carter. With 3 minutes to go, it's 6-5. Long pass to DeGinio from Lauber. Karen gets it on the left wing, goes to Taylor. Bounce pass inside for Miller. Miller Finish! Another great feed inside to Amaya Miller as she gets that one to go. So she's got 4. Wooding on the handle. Goes to the right side, Gorzinski. Neither team going to their bench too early in this game. Only substitution so far was DeGinio for Bowen for the Pioneers. Carter, no shot, but a reach-in foul. And it's going to be taken out on the side as she got it to go, but I think the contact definitely happened before. So that's Karen's second. Gorzinski on the handle, 2:25 to go, 8-5 Somerville lead. DeGinio doing a great job on Wooding, although she got around the screen. And they're going to call it before the shot as DeGinio couldn't quite recover on that drive by Wooding. So the 4th team foul, with 2:17 to go as Bowen checks back in for Karen. So they're going small here. Lily Taylor, the only big out there for the Pioneers.
Yeah, Pioneers getting into foul trouble early here. They're going to have to watch that.
Deep 3, Wooding, no good, it's short. And Williams couldn't hold on, but it didn't matter. I think it was the last touch by Miller or Lauber. Both of them were up in that play. First substitution here, Orishan will sit down, and Nell Straczynski will come in, number 15 for the Cardinals. And a steal from DeGinio, threw a pass to Lauber, couldn't hold on, she gets it back. Lauber running the break. Tried to go to Miller, now Taylor got it. And Carter with a strip, Lauber hit the deck. Carter couldn't finish, gets her own miss. DeGinio's in there, and she forces the travel call. I thought that was going to be a jump ball, but I guess one too many steps for Carter underneath. Great defense and recovery there by DeGinio. And it looked like Lauber hit the deck pretty hard. I don't know how there wasn't a foul there.
Yeah, she hit the deck pretty hard and popped back up. I looked over to see if she was all right, and she was already up and running back to get that defensive play. But speaking of that travel, and going back to my point about the Pioneers, already in foul trouble, they have 4 fouls. That's something they're going to have to watch. They've been hesitant to make subs ever since they made that sub for Bowen. They've been on a roll. They've scored 8 points since then, didn't score a point prior. So in the past 3 or 4 minutes, they've had all those 8 points after the sub. I'm guessing that, Coach Mel Serengo is hesitant to make a sub and disrupt the flow that this team seems to have gotten into.
And now you can see the double team on Lauber as they finally do call a foul. Any team that plays her knows to play her as physical as possible. And so now into the game for the Pioneers, Morgan Blanchard checks in. And Bowen sits right back down. Taylor couldn't quite hold on. She gets it back. Long cross-court pass, dangerous. DeGinio gets there. DeGinio, stop, pop, gets the roll. And DeGinio, Jocelyn DeGinio that is, gets her first points of the night with just under a minute and 17 to go. It's 10-5 Somerville. And one! A high-paced game as Nell Straczynski gets it to go, plus a foul. And the second foul now on Amaya Miller. 5 team fouls in the first quarter with still a minute 14 to go. So foul trouble already an issue against the more physical team like the Lawrence Cardinals.
At this point as a head coach, you kind of have to figure whether it's more important to talk to your team about playing good defense or staying out of foul trouble. Because if you bring up the foul trouble in the locker room at halftime or even on the bench between quarters, that might, put them a bit down for playing defense. And they've played good defense so far, and that's not something you want to see stop.
DeGinio a 3, no good. Miller, the putback, couldn't finish. Looks like she got bumped. And Blanchard puts it up and got fouled, so she's going to head to the line to shoot 2 as she couldn't finish through the contact. And Blanchard taking over the number 1, the Pioneer 1, as they like to call it, for Charlotte Taylor, who last year also scored her 1,000th point right here in this gym. So Blanchard at the line to shoot 2 with just under a minute to go. And she gets the first one. Extends the lead to 4, and they're going to take Miller out here for the last possession. They're thinking defense. They don't want her to pick up another foul. So a smart move there from Coach Melisergo. Blanchard knocks them both down. So 12-7 with 55 seconds to go. And Wooding will run the offense here for the Cardinals. They go to the right side for Gorzinski. Looking to try to go inside for Williams. They can't. Strzezinski's also down low. Gorzinski in the left corner. Now it's back up top. Kayla Madison's checked into the game. That's number 4 for the Cardinals, and she loses it out of bounds with 34 to go. So the Pioneers here a chance to end the first quarter on a high note. Let's see if they're hold for one shot here. Lauber bringing the ball up. She's going to run the offense. 2-3 zone set for the Cardinals. Let's see if they can beat it here. 22 seconds to go. Lauber still holding the dribble. Gorzinski starts the pressure. They set up the offense. Lauber gets it back, thought about a 3. They go inside to Taylor, back to Lauber. Lauber, drive, through contact, and she's fouled. As she was going up, they're going to say she was shooting, so she's going to head to the stripe to shoot 2 with 8.4 to go. So if she makes both of these, I'd say that's a pretty good last possession of the quarter. Both teams in the bonus now. A lot of fouls late in this quarter by the Cardinals. Lauber at the line now shooting 2. And it looks like as she makes the first one, head coach Dana Williams for the Cardinals not thrilled about the foul call. And it looks like she made up for it. I was going to say she high-fived referee Frank Zarello. So no grudges being held here. Lauber misses the second, and Williams secures the rebound. 6 seconds to go. Strzezinski brings the ball up. She's going to have to put it up herself. Cross court, intercepted by Blanchard, and that's going to do it for the first quarter here at Somerville. 13-7 the score after 1. Very competitive game, a lot of sloppy play, a lot of good defense, a lot of combination of both of those things. As we're going to step away for a second, and we'll be back with the start of the second quarter. Welcome back here to Somerville, where the Pioneers have a 6-point lead over the visiting Lawrence Cardinals. We want to welcome you back here to the Jan, as they call it, the Jan Gymnasium. A couple substitutions here for both teams. Bowen comes back into the game, and Miller will stay on the bench. And for the Cardinals, number 12, Charlie Cohen in the game, as she gets in there with Blanchard. Now Lily Taylor gets it on the outside. Floats a pass to Bowen, and she couldn't hold on. Lily Taylor and Molly Bowen have a little bit of a height difference there. So a good pass from Taylor might be over her head a couple times, as that one was. So Wooding brings the ball back up here for the Cardinals. Strong screen set there, by Strzezinski. Wooding looking to get rid of it. Goes underneath. Strzezinski couldn't get the layup, gets her own miss. Falls on the floor, and a foul called against Blanchard. Melisergo beside himself with that call. As Charlie Cohen's going to take the ball out underneath for the Cardinals. Box set, they go into Wooding in the corner. She's picked up by Blanchard, trusting her to play through the foul. But again, an early foul by Somerville, not even a minute into the second quarter. So they got to definitely watch that. Lauber gets the ball on the break. Lauber, layup is good. Kaylee Lauber extends her scoring night and extends the Somerville lead to 8 now with just over 7 minutes to go in the second quarter. Wooding puts up a tough shot, and that won't go. She's yet to get one to go tonight, or this afternoon, I should say, so an off game so far for her. Taylor, she's going to fire from 3. Connects! Lily Taylor from downtown. And they just continue to pour it on. 18-7 now with 6:46 to go in the second quarter. Those are Taylor's first points.
Lauber leaving the 3 shooting up to Taylor today. She's only driven to the basket. Kaylee Lauber has not shot a 3, but the rest of the Somerville team has, and they cash in on that one.
Yeah, Lauber, again, one of the leading 3-point scorers with Taylor, but they're giving her a hard time defensively, so they're going to have to rely on Taylor from beyond the arc. Koren gets it to Straczynski. Straczynski settles into the jump shot. That one's short, and Bowen gets the rebound for the Pioneers. They missed Lauber long. Looks like they had her, but she'll get the ball at the top of the key. Crosses over. Good defense by Wooding. She goes to Bowen. They go to Taylor in the corner. Taylor thought about the 3, gives it up for Bowen. Now it's Lauber back up top. They're being patient, and that's when good things come on offense. As Lauber, she's going to take her first 3. That one's not going to go. Almost got the roll, but Cohen the rebound. Cohen working on DeGinio with the full court press, and she'll back off. 18-7, 5:40 to go here in the second quarter. Bowen has the tough task of defending Wooding, which they've done a good job of so far, and a foul, a reach-in foul on the pass. And another foul against Morgan Blanchard, her second of the quarter, and the second team foul of the quarter.
And now playing for the Pioneers, number 5, Amaya Miller.
So with that, Blanchard will sit down, and Amaya Miller will come back into this game, also with 2 fouls. Long deep pass, gets it into Wooding on the right wing. Wooding uses the screen from Williams. Deep ball. No good, way short, another air ball for Wooding, as she just can't find her legs today.
Yeah, she's been good on the movement all day. She used her screens well. She gets to the open space, but every time she puts up a shot, it just doesn't seem to go her way.
And so she's going to sit down. We're going to see more minutes here from Kayla Madison. They go inside to Miller. Miller working in the post, into Taylor. They get it to Bowen. Bowen thought about the shot. Now Molly Bowen gets it back. Bowen cross court for Lauber. Cohen on her. Now it's Bowen. They thought about going back to her inside to Taylor. Taylor, great pass. Miller couldn't quite hold on. Great idea there. Great patience we're seeing from the Pioneers now. And with just under 5 minutes, 18-7 the score. And Dana Williams, head coach for the Cardinals, didn't like what she saw. So she's going to take her first timeout with 4:58 to go, or excuse me, second timeout with 4:58 to go. And 18-7 is the score. It's going to be a 30-second timeout, so we'll stay right here. But again, early in this second quarter, we're seeing foul trouble by the Pioneers. 2 of their better guards in both Amaya Miller and Blanchard coming off the bench in foul trouble. So it's going to be interesting to see how Melisorgo plays that going forward.
Yeah, at some point you got to think she's just going to be able to tell Amber Wooding, drive to the hoop. They're going to get into the bonus eventually with the amount of fouls they have. They haven't been able to, in this second quarter at least, been able to get a foul on a drive to the net and go to the line.
Agreed, and Wooding has not been hitting from 3 tonight, so getting her going on the inside, getting her some free throws might be the way to go if you're the Cardinals. Let's see what they do here out of the timeout. Straczynski to inbound on the near baseline, and they go to Gorzinski. Almost stolen by Lauber on the pass to Gorzinski. Now it's Straczynski on the left side. Puts up the 3 ball, connects. Nell Straczynski drops her first points of the game from 3 and cuts the lead now to 8 with 4.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Bowen gets it back. Now it's Lauber in the corner. She thought about a 3, now she rips baseline. And she's called for a travel.
Interesting.
Couldn't tell from this angle if she did walk or not, but you could tell by her face she didn't think she did. Williams double teamed, triple teamed, almost lost it out of bounds, and Lauber deflects it, but Straczynski gets the deflection. Deep three for Gorzinski, won't go. Miller can't quite hold on, and it goes back inside to Gorzinski. That's Taylor on the floor, and a timeout called by Coach Melisergo with 4:07 to go. His second timeout. 18-10, a great timeout called there, as there was a lot of trouble on the floor there for the Pioneers. So it's a full timeout, so we're going to step away here with 4:07 to go. 18-10 is the score in the second quarter. We'll be right back. Welcome back here to the Jan here in Somerville, as the Pioneers have controlled this game so far with an 8-point lead, and we're coming out of the full timeout. Couple substitutions, or one substitution, I should say, for the Cardinals. Orishin comes back in, and Charlie Cohen will sit down. Same five out there. DeGinio getting a lot of minutes here coming off the bench for the Pioneers. As she inbounds to Lauber, 4:07 to go, 18-10 the score. Lauber brings the ball up for the Pioneers. Good screen set by Miller. Lauber, mid-range J, butter. That is her shot every single game. She loves those little mid-range pull-ups, and she extends the lead to 10 points. Here with 3:50 to go in the second quarter, and a turnover forced by Somerville, so positive coming out of the timeout so far.
Yeah. Lawrence, you know, it's mostly the freshmen and sophomores that are doing it. We see Grzinski, we see Straczynski. They're putting in most of the work. Wooding hasn't been able to get anything major.
Lauber way off the mark on that one. Miller gets the long rebound off the deflection. Miller crosses over, almost has it poked away, puts up a tough shot, won't go, too strong. And Orishin the rebound. Miller gets the deflection. Miller up strong, lays it in. Amaya Miller did not give up on that play, and she gets it to go for two. The lead is 12 now, and Lauber almost got the deflection, but she got a foot on it, it looked like, as it's all smiles between her and Miller. 3:18 to go here in the second quarter.
I mean, yeah, what just happened, what just occurred right there, perfect example of one of the seniors on this team. They're evidently not quite in that flow state that Kaylee Lauber seems to be. The Cardinals are going to have to get one of their seniors into the zone and playing well here, as that was Straczynski putting up a layup.
So Straczynski gets two more to go, cutting the lead back down to 10. We're just under 3 minutes to go. Oh, almost a travel there by Lauber. She saved it. Bowen gets it back to Lauber off the deflection. Lauber drives. They dump it inside for Taylor. Taylor, tough shot off the glass. Won't go. Gets her own miss. Puts it up. And Lauber saves it from going out of bounds to Taylor. Now it's Bowen. They go to DeGinio. DeGinio, mid-range J. That's short. Long rebound off the deflection again, and it's controlled by the Cardinals. Straczynski to bring the ball up here, picked up by Lauber. Straczynski's not one of their ball handlers, as Williams gets it. Williams is yet to sit. Straczynski, tough look, doesn't quite get the roll. Rebound tipped out, and it's going to be Somerville ball off the deflection. And Wooding checks back into the game here for Kayla Madison.
Wooding is going to have to get going at some point. She has not contributed her usual fair share to these Cardinals total. They have 12 points, and she has, I think, only 2.
Yeah, I think you're right, and like you said, I think she needs to start attacking, the paint and trying to get down low. Miller, trouble in the backcourt, and they get it to Blanchard. During that last substitution, as Miller gets a pass thrown over her head, Hayden Karen also checked back in for the Pioneers. Some sloppy offense right there from the Pioneers as they look to turn things around here on this next possession. Wooding will run the offense. DeGinio's done a great job on her all afternoon. Brzezinski sets up the offense. Not much movement from the Cardinals. And DeGinio is just face guarding Wooding so far. Double team comes from Lauber. Karen gets a hand on it, and Lauber comes up with the steal. Lauber, 2-on-1, leading the break, off glass, no good, but a foul. As she kind of fell awkwardly. Good to see she's okay, and she's going to head to the line for 2 more.
Calling a foul for Lawrence. And that's her first of the quarter for the Cardinals. This is Keegan Lauber at the line for Somerville.
Lauber stepping to the line. She contributes a lot of points from here. She's had 20 free throws made in the past 2 games.
Lauber makes the first one. Minute 33 to go. The lead's now 11 as Morgan Blanchard checks in for Amaya Miller. I think Melisurgo's trying to restrict the fouls for Miller by pulling her out of the game when the defense is going to be more important than the offense, which has been late in the quarter both times. And Lauber knocks them both down, so 2 more for Kaylee Lauber as she is single-handedly dominating the offensive side of the ball for the Pioneers. Good defense there. Blanchard's picked up Williams. They go inside Straczynski. Double team, and Lauber gets called for the foul. As she looked like she just smacked the ball out. She must have gotten her on the arm.
She seemed beside herself about that one.
So the 3rd team foul, they've definitely done a better job this quarter with the team fouls, and that's Lauber's first, so nothing to worry about there. As I would expect you're going to see Lauber play most of this game. Straczynski, 3-ball, and Straczynski is taking over for the Cardinals. With 1:09 to go, the lead's now 9 as Lauber brings the ball up to the left side. Crosses over, and Wooding gets called for the foul. She had her arms up against Lauber. Kayla Madison set to check back in. Wooding will sit down. And that's Wooding's 2nd foul. So again, for defense, they're going to pull her out.
That is not something you want to see, especially for a team-leading player who's supposed to be your star and score the majority of your points. You don't want to be pulling her out for multiple minutes every quarter.
Yeah, and Miller comes back in. DeGinio is going to get a well-deserved break as she's played most of this game and had to guard Wooding. I think that's why they might be matching that up. And that ball's deflected. Last touched by KJ Williams. Taylor set to inbound. Hands it right off to Lauber. And a great cut by Miller. Miller goes up, and a foul called on Straczynski on the inside. Got a lot of ball, but did get a little bit of the arm. So Miller showing that aggressiveness underneath, and she's going to shoot 2.
Team's third. And that puts Amaya Miller at the line for Somerville.
Miller is another one of those major free throw shooters. She's been to the line the 2nd most times this season. And she'll sink that first one.
So we're at 48.4 to go, 25-15 as Miller extends the lead back up to 10. She's got 1 more coming from the line. And she'll knock that down. And in comes DeGinio for defense. A lot of offense, defense being played here by head coach Matt Melisurgo. 48 seconds to go, 26-15 in the 2nd quarter. Gorzinski goes to the left side for Madison. Back to Gorzinski. Plenty of time if they're looking to get 1 shot. Madison thought about a deep 3, lost the handle. She goes back to the right side. Gorzinski almost lost it out of bounds. We're down to 30 seconds. Madison gets it back up top. Now it's Orson on the left side. Madison lost it, and a stupid foul there by Lauber. Went for the steal and got too much arm, and that's not what you want to see with 23 seconds to go in a quarter.
No, it's not, because Lauber has just given the Cardinals a chance to set up their offense, potentially run another play, and get a fresh slate.
And they're out of fouls to give, so 1 more foul sends the Cardinals to the free throw line. And a travel's called on, I believe that's Williams on the far side. So with 13.3 to go, Miller comes back into the game with that offense-defense scheme. And it's 26-15, 13 seconds to go. Let's see what the Pioneers can get here on this last possession. Lauber's got to go. Clock's down to 7, down to 6. Lauber going to do it herself. Lauber drives to the right. Fadeaway jump shot. Won't go, and no one can get the rebound. Smart no foul there to end the half. To end the half, it's 26-15, and we're going to stay right here as we've got the alumni game, as we previously mentioned today. And so we're going to have a lot of the alumni from last year, a lot of the seniors who graduated and fueled this Pioneer team to a deep playoff run before they lost in the semifinals. So we should see a small ceremony here after the cheerleaders. So we'll step away. We'll be right back when the ceremony for the alumni begins. And welcome back here to the Jan, where I'm going to turn it over to the PA for an alumni ceremony.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, today is our alumni game. And at this time, we'd like to welcome back the Somerville basketball alumni here with us this afternoon. Beginning first with the class of 2025, please welcome back Madison Blanchard, Kelsey Butler, Riley DeSarno, 1,000 points for Charlotte Taylor. From the class of 2024, Emily Collision and Carrie McKenna. From the class of 2023, Nicole Rinaldi, Maddie Van Dyke. And from the class of 2017, here with us every game, give it up for Maddie Spolare. Ladies and gentlemen, have a nice hand for your Somerville girls basketball alumni.
Congratulations to all the alumni, and especially those who allowed me to come here last year and set up my stuff in the corner and call a bunch of their games. So Kelsey Butler, Charlotte Taylor, Riley DeSarno, Madison Blanchard, huge thank you to you guys. Thank you to your coach, and of course, athletic director Tim Davis for being probably the easiest athletic director to work with in all of New Jersey. So huge shout out to him. We're going to step away. We've got about 7 minutes before the second half begins here. And so we'll be right back with the start of the second half. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here on Aaron Jolly Productions. I'm Aaron Jolly, joined alongside by Nate Philbrick, and a couple names that I left off my list. Obviously, I know the class of 2025 because I was here, but you also have the class of 2024. You have Emily Kolodajay and Carrie Licana. And from the class of 2023, you've got Nicole Rinaldi and Maddie Van Dyke. So huge thank you to them and everybody who gave so much effort to this program, made it what it is today. We are about set to get underway here in the second half. And Straczynski is going to get the start this half over Orishin. I mean, no doubt the right move there. Lit up the end of the second quarter. So hopefully she can get it going again. And it looks like DeGinio is also going to get the start for the Pioneers.
Yeah, DeGinio coming in for the start of the second half seems like a pretty obvious choice to make, especially with how well she did with shutting down KJ Williams. Sorry, not KJ Williams. Amber Wooding.
As Carter gets it to go right off the rip. And yeah, I agree. DeGinio did a great job. It looks like they have Bowen guarding her now, and that could have been what led to that bucket. But DeGinio did a great job. Karen will come off the bench in the second half. Underneath, Miller, double clutch, won't go. Taylor couldn't quite get the rebound, and Amber Wooding is going to push. In and out dribble. Goes behind her back. DeGinio's all over her. Now they switch to Bowen. Lost the dribble, wild shot, and Wooding gets it to go again. So a strong start coming out of the half and an early timeout. His third timeout. That's Melisorgo for the Pioneers with just 7:18. We haven't even gotten through a full minute. And a timeout called by Melisorgo. So we are going to step away. It's a full timeout, so we'll step away. We'll be right back with the action when it resumes. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as a strong start. They cut the lead to 7, the Cardinals. A strong start coming out of the half, and Coach Matt Melisorgo wanted to talk things over. So no substitutions here. Both teams going back out with the same 5, and let's see if Somerville can continue to build on that lead that they established in the first half. Bowen gets it on the left side. And a foul called. That's going to go against Gorzinski. First team foul. And an early one, too. Again, not even a minute in. We're at 7:08 to go in the third quarter. Cross-court pass to DeGinio. But yeah, fouls for both teams have been an issue so far. Bowen catches it, goes inside, and it's deflected off of Williams, so it's going to stay with Somerville. Miller to inbound. Underneath her own basket. Floats it past to Taylor. Taylor, tough finish, couldn't get it to go. I think it got tipped. Taylor rips it away, and she's fouled. And it's going to stay with the Pioneers with 6:58 to go. So a lot of whistles here from 7:48 to 6:58. We've had a lot of whistles and a lot of stoppage. Let's see if Somerville can turn this into points. They go up for Bowen. Bowen rips, now goes back to Lauber. Lauber rips to her right, drives baseline. Lauber, Euro step, and it's blocked by Williams. Wooding running the floor. DeGinio on her. Wooding attacks, spins, loses it, and Lauber comes away with it. Goes around her back, running the break. Lauber through traffic, puts it off glass, gets it to go. Kaylee Lauber through 3 defenders, tucked the ball like a football player, and somehow still got the layup off the glass. So it extends the lead back up to 9 with 6.5 minutes to go. Bowen the deflection. Bowen floats a pass for Lauber, couldn't hold on, and Carter was the last one to touch it for the Cardinals, so it's going to stay with the Pioneers. Great energy coming out of the timeout for the Pioneers.
Yeah, when your team comes out of halftime and they go down and drop 4 points easily, that's an immediate recognition from the head coach that something needs to be changed or something needs to be talked over.
As Miller can't connect, and you could definitely tell Wooding on the offensive side is attacking the paint a lot more. She didn't have her three-point shot today, but she's definitely coming out of this out of halftime, attacking the paint. Williams, Euro step, scoop layup, won't go, and it was deflected. Last touch by the Pioneers. Very physical game and a lot of questionable, at least to the coaches, questionable calls. A deep ball for Wooding, and it's short again. Krasinski the rebound. Her scoop layup blocked out of bounds, swatted by Miller. So it'll stay here with the Cardinals. We're down to 5:48 to go. 28-19 is the score. Carter to inbound. Goes to Krasinski. Krasinski rips to her right. Krasinski, layup, won't go, and she's hurt. Krasinski's down. Krasinski's down. She's still down on the court. Fast break for Miller. Bowen thought about the three. Goes to cross court for Virginio. And it's going to be a stop of play here as Krasinski is holding her knee. And it looked like a non-contact injury, so we'll keep you updated there. She's able to walk off the court on her own power, but it did look like a non-contact injury as the trainer makes his way down.
Yeah.
And she's pointing to her ankle, so hopefully that's a good sign as opposed to an ACL. But with 5.5. 5.5 minutes to go, 28-19 after the stoppage, and Virginio inbounds to Lauber. Lauber's immediately double teamed, gets away from it. Lauber is working against three defenders almost at all times. Bowen gets the ball, thought about a jump shot. Lauber gets it on the handoff, and she's bumped by Madison, who checked into the game there during the substitution for Krasinski. Three team fouls. The Pioneers doing a great job this quarter. No team fouls so far, and already 3 for the Cardinals. Bowen gets it in, cross court to Ginio. Lauber floats it in for Miller. Miller went up for that one. Euro step, puts it off glass, gets the roll. Amaya Miller through contact and traffic gets it to go again, and she's starting to heat up here too. Straczynski, deep three, in and out. Rebound chased down by DeGinio. And she'll bring the ball up for the Pioneers. Oh, and Lauber was there, but Carter was there to pick it off as Carter gets it to go off the glass. Sloppy pass there from Jocelyn DeGinio. The lead is 9, 30-21, 4.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Bounce pass inside, kick out for Miller. Miller lost it, otherwise she might have been open. Miller drives, and she's fouled going up for 2. Another aggressive lane, or aggressive take, I should say, from Miller, and she's going to head back to the line to shoot 2 more.
Yeah, honestly, not a bad plan for Miller to drive the baseline there. This Cardinals team is playing a kind of high-press defense. They're putting so much focus on Lauber that she's just able to loiter around the top of the arc and draw almost all the focus to her, leaving pretty much every area of the floor open. Miller had that ball in the corner. She probably could have gone up for a 3 with the amount of space she had, but she chose to drive, and she'll get the chance at 2 points here.
So she missed the first one. Second one rattles in. So the lead is 10, under 4.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. The Cardinals need to get something going. They go to Carter. Carter rips to her left, picked up by Bowen and Taylor. Now Carter fires a long 2, way long. Miller gets the rebound. Now Miller running the floor. Miller, two to beat, goes up, and she's fouled again. As Wooding did not have her feet set. I think they were looking for a charge, but Wooding was definitely in the act of moving. So 3 fouls on Wooding now with 4:05 to go in the third quarter, and the 5th team foul. So Somerville already in the bonus with 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Could be a big factor late in this game. And Miller misses the first.
Yeah, this is going to be a dangerous situation for the Cardinals. They're already in foul trouble. They have half the quarter to go. Right about now, I'm guessing the Pioneers will look to drive to the net at every single opportunity, especially with how much focus Lauber is getting, because there's only 2 possible outcomes. They either get a foul or they get a bucket.
Miller missed them both. And Straczynski was waiting for a cherry pick there, but DeGinio did a good job getting back before the free throw went up. They go inside Williams. A weird dribble there. She gets it to go. I don't know what that was. She kind of just picked it up and slammed it down. But KJ Williams gets it to go on the inside. And the lead's now 8. 3:44 to go. They go to Taylor. Now it's Miller in the corner, picked up by Orishin. And another foul. That one's going to go against Straczynski. So it's going to be 2. That's her 3rd foul on Straczynski.
Yeah, they are in the bonus, so they will go to the line.
Yep, Miller's going to shoot 2 here. Maybe redeem herself for the 2 misses from before. Oh, an air ball.
Might have a bit of the yips at the line. She's only sunk 1 in the second half from the line, so.
So Lily Taylor will sit down. Hayden Karen will check back in. Small ball again for the Pioneers. Taylor really their only player with any sort of size. As we're going to see the first minutes here for Jordan Bosico.
Coach Williams will pull Nell Straczynski out of the game. Not so sure that's the decision she wants to make here. Miller in and out with that free throw.
So Miller 0 for 2 from the line. Straczynski has played a lot of minutes here in the second half. So a well-deserved break in my opinion. Wooding rips to her right. Pass fake goes up and can't get it to go. Hit the deck hard on that one. And obviously a concern for her is that right leg with that ACL injury. But Wooding's now going to head to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Only the first team foul for Somerville. And you can tell there were 3 players there trying to take her away. And Wooding gets the first one to go. Lily Taylor checks back in. Amaya Miller will sit down with 3.5 to go. That's Amaya Miller's 3rd foul. So some foul trouble for her early as well. And misses the second. Fight for the rebound, controlled by Karen. Orishin's in there. And it's going to be a jump ball. Somerville will retain possession on the arrow. So 3:22 to go, 31-24. And Grzinski's up and walking again, got her ankle taped. Hopefully she's going to be okay. DeGinio floats a pass for Lauber. Lauber went up like a football player to catch that one, Odell Beckham-esque. And she couldn't hang on, so that one went out of bounds. And Frank Zarello is now in the stands retrieving that ball. And so it looks like, based on what we heard from the coach, Grzinski's afternoon is done. We don't know what quite is going on with her ankle, but they're going to keep her. They're going to keep her out of the game to preserve, prevent her from getting any other injuries or making it worse. Another jump ball there. So Carter to inbound. Long inbound pass to Wooding. Wooding working on DeGinio. Lauber came to help. Double team comes and a foul called. So that's DeGinio's second team foul as well. You can tell they're playing Wooding very physical. Not trying to let her get going. As they go into KJ Williams, she's underneath her own basket. And a timeout before the travel. Looked like a travel there, but a timeout called by Coach Dana Williams. And it's going to be a 30-second timeout, so we'll stay here. 3 timeouts left for both teams, 2:55 to go here in the third quarter. 31-24 the score, and this is the closest it's been really as a 7-point game, as the Lawrence Cardinals are looking to cut this lead down, hopefully by, maybe go into the fourth quarter tied.
Yeah, obviously any coach wants to keep a game close, but in a game like this where the Cardinals have been down for the majority of it, inching back is what Coach Dana Williams is looking to do. she's not looking for a huge scoring run where they take the lead immediately, but with just under 11 minutes total left in the game, she's going to look to get her team to inch back, creep a point closer possibly each possession, and that'll involve a lot of threes, a lot of driving to the basket, and actually converting on their opportunities.
They go into Orishan, now they go inside. Bosicko couldn't get it to go. And a foul called on Bosicko. Bosicko, excuse me.
That is not what you want as you're trying to get your team back into a game, especially when you're in the bonus.
Again, going back to the bonus, though, being the killer here. 5 fouls with 5 minutes to go in the quarter is not a situation any team wants to be in. And Miller, the struggle from the line continues. She's struggling in the second half from the free throw stripe, somewhere she normally excels from.
She seems confused as to what's going on.
Missed the second one as well. Carter gets the rebound. Long outlet pass, Wooding. Wooding rips to her right. Spins, off glass, can't get it to go. Lauber controls the rebound, and Lauber's pushing. Beats Wooding. Euro step, scoop layup. And Melisergo wanted a foul. Karen gets the rebound. Lily Taylor thought about a three. They go inside for Lauber. Lauber off glass and one. Kaylee Lauber lays it up and in through contact as she continues her outstanding game. With 2:25 to go, she's got a chance to extend the lead back to 10 from the free throw line.
Does anyone you want to foul right now as Coach Dana Williams' team? You want to foul Miller. She seems to be having a bit of trouble from the stripe, but at the same time, there's always that talk in your head as a coach. You've watched the film. You know what this player is like. At any moment, she could get to that line and suddenly sink both of them, and then you're in an even deeper hole than you thought when you thought it was okay to foul her.
Yeah, definitely the one person you don't want to foul right now is Kaylee Lauber. She is on fire so far today as she knocks the free throw down. And now we're up 34-24 is the score for Somerville on top of the Lawrence Cardinals here on Alumni Day. They go inside, Bosicko. Williams puts up a tough shot and it's blocked. Lily Taylor gets the block. Lauber crosses over through traffic, gets it to Bowen, and Bowen's going to pull it back out. Lily Taylor has it at the top. Gets it to DeGinio. DeGinio, not one of their stronger three-point shooters. Bowen keeps her handle. Good screen set by DeGinio. They go inside to Taylor. Taylor off glass, can't get it to go. Karen's right there to clean it up. And the lead is now 12 as Hayden Karen cleans up what Lily Taylor put up for her. And so it's a 12-point lead, 36-24 with 1 minute and 39 seconds to go in the third quarter. Williams floats a pass back. Now it's Carter for a deep two, and she can't get that to go. She struggled with that shot all night. And Lauber's running the break. Lauber runs the middle of the floor, crosses over, Euro step, off glass. Kaylee Lauber, masterclass here in Somerville today.
Coach Williams pacing up and down on her bench. She's looking for just a singular point from her team.
Williams
something.
Gets blocked by Taylor, and great sportsmanship there by Taylor to help her up. And a foul called again. And that's what happens when you have the tough task of guarding a player like Kaylee Lauber, who, by the way, is committed for both soccer and basketball to Montclair State. Dana Williams is furious with official Frank Zarello. And number 55, Avery Runyon, checks into the game for Lily Taylor. Her first minutes. She did just play in the JV game before this, so obviously she's on a minutes restriction due to the rules set by the state. 1:02 to go, 39-24. Lauber makes them both, so she extends the lead now to 16, the largest lead of the night for the Pioneers. And we're under a minute to go here in the third quarter. Bosicko floats a pass back out for Carter. She gets it back. They go inside, Busico. Tries to split the defense, and a foul called there on Avery Runyon, her first of the game. Third team foul for Somerville. 48 seconds to go in the third quarter. Carter to inbound underneath her own basket. They go inside, Busico. Her floater is good. Jordan Busico gets it to go. And we're going to try to see here if Lawrence can somehow close out this quarter on a positive note, cut this lead down to maybe just 10. We're down to 30 seconds to go. Long pass for Bowen. They get it inside. Runyon gets it back, goes back to Bowen. Crosses over. Still Bowen on the top. She's being chased by Wooding. And Lauber the jump shot. Can't get it to go. Looked like she got bumped. Runyon to clean up. It's good! Avery Runyon, through contact, gets it to go. And we're down to 3 seconds. Got to get a shot off. Wooding won't get it to go.
Quarter number 4, your score here at Somerville High School, Pioneers 42, Lawrence 26.
And a foul is called at the horn here.
We do have a foul before.
Our officials are discussing it.
So the foul goes against Hayden Karen. The quarter is over, so Wooding is going to shoot 2 from the line. So the foul won't matter. It'll be the end of the quarter. It was the foul was not on the shot. So what we have here is a foul before the buzzer. It was on the floor, so as time expired, there was a foul called on the floor, but because it was only the 4th team foul for Somerville of the quarter, Wooding does not shoot free throws, and that's going to be how the quarter ends. So it's 42-26. We're going to stay here. A hectic ending to that quarter there, as the lead now is 16 again for the Pioneers. Lawrence needs to find something, and they need to find it fast.
Indeed they do. They're down by their largest margin. And just before we get into discussing the game, quick congratulations to Avery Runyon for scoring her first varsity points from the floor. She had 1 point prior to this game, but it was from the stripe. So
Avery Runyon picks up her first varsity points of the season, or field goals, we'll say. And so with 1 quarter to go, we're going to step away. We'll be right back when the action resumes. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here in Somerville. This is Aaron Jolly Productions. I'm joined alongside Nathan Philbrick. And Nate, so far it's been all Somerville. It's a 16-point lead, 42-26 going into the 4th quarter. Let's see, and as Straczynski comes back into the game here for Lawrence, we're going to see here if they have something left in the tank to try to pull back and make this game a close one down the stretch. Madison is also in the game. That's number 4 for the Cardinals. Same 5 out there for the Pioneers. They go to the corner, Straczynski. They go inside Williams. Williams, triple team, back to Straczynski. Extra pass, Madison. Madison gets it to Williams. Straczynski, a deep one, way short, off the front of the rim, and Bowen the rebound. Bowen's going to bring the ball up here for the Pioneers. Wooding picks her up. Great job by Bowen keeping her dribble. They floated inside. Taylor couldn't quite hang on, and Straczynski ends up with the ball. She's pushing the floor. She's got Carter on her right. She's going to slow things down. Now it's Carter on the right wing. Takes one dribble left, now goes to the corner, Straczynski. She's doubled. Still in that 2-3 zone for the Pioneers. Madison drives to her right. Looked like a carry from our angle. No call by the officials. And Karen went down hard, hit her head on the floor pretty hard. And so we're going to have a stoppage here with 6:50 to go. No scoring yet in this quarter, and we're going to hope that Karen's okay. She's hit the deck really hard. We're going to step away. We'll be right back when the action continues. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. So Hayden Karen was able to walk off the court under her own power. Seems okay. Did hit her head quite hard, but the only thing she was really mad about was the fact that she didn't get a foul. So that's a good sign. And Wooding's the inbounder, gets it into Madison. Madison lost it off her foot, and Eugenio gets a long pass to Lauber. Lauber lays it up and through. Kaylee Lauber continues to pour it on for Somerville, and this game is getting out of reach for the Cardinals. Cross-court pass, and that's Wooding didn't even try to jump for it. And Dana Williams is going to call a timeout with 6:26 to go here in the fourth quarter. It's going to be a full timeout. And we'll see if we see Hayden Karen come back onto the court after this one. We're going to step away. We'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Coming out of the timeout, it's 6:18 to go in the fourth quarter. 44-26 is the score. Somerville is, or I should say Kaylee Lauber, is destroying the Lawrence Cardinals.
I'm not sure how many points she has, but, you know.
Miller lost the handle, and a jump ball called before Lauber could call the timeout. She did try. She was jumping up in the air, calling timeout with her hands, but not enough. So it's 6:11 to go. Jocelyn Eugenio to inbound on the far side. Long cross-court pass to go inside. Eugenio off glass, can't get it to go. Taylor commits the foul over the back, trying to get the rebound, and Taylor, she's got a lot of length, but that time got too much of the defender's body.
Second foul for the Pioneers, none coming from the Cardinals, so they've cleaned it up on defense just a little bit, but they're going to have to do something more on the offensive side of the ball to have a chance in this one.
Inside, Straczynski, Taylor, good defense, can't get it to go. Great defense there by Taylor, and the outlet goes to Lauber. Lauber goes to the right side to Eugenio, gets it back in the corner, now dumps it inside. Miller, offensive foul. So that's going to be Miller's fourth, if I'm not mistaken, with 5:38 to go. And Morgan Blanchard is coming in to relieve her. Again, Amaya Miller, great player, great offensive player, but defensively commits way too many fouls.
Yeah, at a certain point, a player like that kind of becomes a liability. You can see the same in the reverse as well, with a player who's really good on offense but does no defense.
And Carter knocks down the mid-range J. And so the lead's back down to 16, 5.5 minutes to go, 44-28 here in the fourth quarter. Lauber floats a pass. Bowen floats another one to DeGinio, left wing. Now they tried to go inside to Blanchard, and it was deflected out of bounds, last touch by Carter. So it's going to stay here with Somerville.
Just a great example of Somerville moving the ball very quickly and exploiting that help zone that the Cardinals are in, trying to get double teams as they will now.
Lauber gets it back. Lauber fires a three. No good, it's short. Couldn't get her own miss. And a long outlet pass to Wooding. Wooding lays it up and through. Amber Wooding. Again, all her points have come in the paint, I believe. And from the free throw line, nothing from three yet from her, but the lead's 14. They're cutting it down.
Something like that fast break probably would have been decent for her in a time earlier in the game, or at least earlier in the second half. Maybe would have allowed her to get into a rhythm. As foul there from
Williams picks up the personal. Only the first team foul there for... Only the first team foul there. And good news for Somerville. Hayden Caron is back into the game as DeGinio and Blanchard sit down. Taylor comes back in as well. Or, excuse me, Miller. 4.5 minutes to go. 14-point lead for the Pioneers, and another foul there on Wooding. And that's already another team. We're already at 2 team fouls in just a couple of seconds. And that's Wooding's 4th foul, so something to watch there as well. You got to think, without Wooding, I mean, do they really have a chance? Back up top, Lauber. Lauber could have shot a deep one there, but I think they're just trying to chew the clock at this point. Lauber gets the float pass, drives through the defense, lost the ball, fell on the floor, gets it out, and now Bowen controls it. We're down to 4:06 to go. Lauber gets it back at the top of the key. Wooding comes to pressure her. Double team comes. Lily Taylor underneath, tried to go to Miller, and over the back from KJ Williams. 4th foul on her as well. So foul trouble catching up to the Cardinals, but Dana Williams doesn't have much of a choice other than to leave her best players out there. They go inside. Taylor, mid-range J, won't go. Rebound Straczynski. Long outlet pass for Wooding, and Wooding lays it up and through over Bowen. Dana Williams will call timeout. Full timeout here with 3:49 to go. 44-32 after the made basket. The lead is now 12. It's the closest it's been in the fourth quarter. We're going to step away. We'll be right back after the timeout. Welcome back to the Jan Gymnasium here. Aaron Jollia joined alongside by Nate Philbrick. 3:49 to go in this game. 44-32. It's the closest that Lawrence has had, or has cut it to, excuse me, in the fourth quarter. Do they have it left in the tank with 2 of their best players being in foul trouble?
There is an argument that they can pull this one back. It's going to be difficult, and there will have to be a supreme amount of discipline from Coach Dana Williams' players. They're going to have to not foul a single time, pretty much. They have 2 fouls, and they get into the bonus. They'll see themselves in a repeat of the third quarter where they keep fouling, and the Pioneers are able to build that lead back up, and immediately they're out.
And there's a foul right after you said it against, I believe that's Kayla Madison.
It is.
Kayla Madison charging the foul for Lawrence. Her third.
So another player with 3 fouls. So So if you're Somerville, you got to just be trying to chew the clock out here.
Yeah, Coach Dana Williams.
Bowen tips it over Carter. And a great effort there by Molly Bowen to keep that possession with Somerville as it deflected off of a Cardinal leg. It's hard to see which one from our angle. I believe it was Williams. Karen to inbound. Goes to Taylor. Handoff Lauber. Lauber pulls it back out. Wooding comes to pressure her. Lily Taylor on the right side. Dribbles to the corner. Tries to get it back to Lauber. Hit her right in the head. And Wooding on the attack. Puts up a floater. Won't go. It's short. Miller soars for the rebound. And Lauber comes away with it. And that foul is going to be on Kamaya Carter. So just like that, we're in the bonus. And guess who, other than Kaylee Lauber, at the line to shoot 2?
Yeah, this is definitely not the situation Coach Williams wanted coming out of the timeout, but.
And that's 4 fouls now on Carter. So Lauber makes the first one. The lead is now 13, 45-32. Lauber misses. That's her first miss from the stripe all day. And like you said, with just 3 minutes to go, 3 players, 3 of their best players in foul trouble. Straczynski might have to get something going as she pulls up, knocks it down for mid-range. A great game for her, but unfortunately it's a team game, and her effort is not going to be enough. Too many mistakes on the defensive end late in this game as Taylor goes to Bowen. Bowen jabs to her left, now bounces it in for Lauber. Karen, now Lauber has it on the top of the key. Right corner, and it's a turnover for the Pioneers with 2.5 minutes to go. Still 45-34.
The Cardinals have pulled it back, but they're in the bonus now, and there's not a whole lot they're going to be able to do to escape from this situation. They're going to have to be extremely disciplined. Evidently, they gave up on the discipline with those 2 fouls in just under a minute, and now they're going to have to bring it back.
And it's going to have to happen fast. Only 2 minutes and 22 seconds to go as a foul's called here.
Kick ball from Kaylee Lauber.
Oh, kick ball, excuse me.
Kick ball.
Madison gets it in the backcourt. Lauber's going to pick her up. They go to Straczynski. Lauber in the zone set. Cross court for Wooding. Wooding, a 3-ball. No good again. And Karen again gets thrown down hard. As she grabs her head. And Karen is going to pick up her 4th foul. And 4 fouls now on Somerville. So we could see the Cardinals get into the bonus here as Madison gets the long inbound. Wooding gets it. Now it's Carter. Carter, mid-range J, won't go too much. Karen the rebound, and she was out of bounds. Great defense there by Straczynski off the rebound. Looked like a little bit of a bump, but the officials letting them play physical this afternoon. 2 minutes on the dot to go, 45-34, 11-point lead for the Pioneers. They get it into Wooding. Wooding spins, tough floater, won't go. Wilson the rebound, or Williams, excuse me. And she's going to be fouled going up, so she's going to shoot 2. And that might be, oh, excuse me, that foul. It's going to go against Lily Taylor, her 3rd, 5th team foul. So now both teams in the bonus here with 1:51 to go. Williams can't make the first free throw.
Yeah. For the Pioneers right now, if you're Kaylee Lauber, there might be the possibility of just throwing down the dagger. Waste away about 25 seconds, maybe 30. Get it down closer to a minute as there's
another player down for Somerville after a hard screen, but turned into more of a push set by Straczynski. And because they're in the bonus, they're sending Miller to the line, who has struggled today from the free throw line.
She exits with 12 points.
And that is...
And a timeout called here.
I believe Nell Straczynski has just fouled out, potentially.
Yes, it does look like Nell Straczynski is fouled out. So they do get, I believe, a timeout called by Dana Williams here as a 30-second timeout. So with 1:44 to go, 45-35, and the leading scorer for the Cardinals has just fouled out.
She will take a seat for the last time today. Very much not happy with herself, but the Pioneers, and more importantly, Amaya Williams might have a chance to ice this game with just 1 or 2 free throws.
You got to think, she makes both of these, and that's pretty much it. That'd extend the lead to 12 with 1:44 to go. And with their leading scorer out, it would be a tough task.
Indeed it will.
Miller's free throw struggles continue in this one as she misses the first. Can't get that one to go either, and she looks, like you said before, confused. So 1:40 to go, 10-point lead. It's doable. Comebacks have happened like this before. They got to get something going now. Madison drives inside, and she's fouled. She's going to shoot 2 free throws. And that foul's going to go against Lauber. That's her 3rd personal. Both teams again in the bonus.
Cardinals having the chance to get this one back into a single-digit lead. And they will.
Kayla Madison cuts the lead down to 9 for the first time since the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Can't hit the second one, and Lauber comes away with the rebound. So 1.5 minutes to go, 45-36, 9-point lead for the Pioneers. Let's see what they can do here. And Carter and Wooding have to be careful not to foul. They both have 4 fouls apiece. Inside to Taylor, back out Lauber. Great job chewing the clock so far. Miller on the right wing. Inside to Taylor. Into the corner. Back out from Miller. Cross court, Bowen. And Williams comes away with a steal. Williams down the floor, inside Wooding. She couldn't hold on. And that's a crucial turnover. A layup made there would have cut it to 7, and there would have been a chance. But a big turnover there for the Cardinals.
Indeed, there would have. Kaylee Lauber now might be taking this one quickly, trying to get it over the midway line, and she'll be fouled again.
As Carter got the worst of that foul. And that's going to do it for Kamaya Carter as she's fouled out.
She exits with 8 points.
We're going to see minutes again now late in this game from Charlie Cohen as she's set to replace Kamaya Carter. That's the 2nd player who's fouled out now for the Lawrence Cardinals. And Somerville's done a great job. They have a couple players in foul trouble, Amaya Miller being one of them, but they've done a great job at not fouling and keeping those key players in the game late.
Yeah, they have, and most importantly, they've been able to keep most of the defensive responsibility off of Kaylee Lauber and just relieving her of that, allowing her to get down the court more and put up as huge of an offensive performance as she has. She still had a few steals. You certainly cannot say she doesn't contribute on the defensive end, but she's been freed up of a certain amount of responsibility as she sinks the first free throw.
And both players, that's Taylor and Karen, will run back down and just set up a defense. 47 to go in this game, 47 seconds. And Lauber extends the lead right back to 11, and that might just do it. 11 points with only 45 seconds to go. And Wooding throws another bad pass, which was saved, but now another foul. That foul is going to be charged to Grace Orishin. And now we're down to 39 seconds to go. And Amaya Miller heads back to the line.
Definitely who you wanted to foul in this situation, but regardless, an 11-point lead for the Pioneers. Somerville probably already thinking about what they're going to do after this game. And Amaya Miller escaping her free throw troubles and sinking her first.
Yeah, and a huge roar from the crowd on that one as well. And that should put this game out of reach. 12 points in 39 seconds to go. Just doesn't seem possible. And Lauber, I think, jokingly put her hands up as to say, good job, you made one. Those two good friends on and off the court. A deep ball won't go for Cohen. As Lauber pushes the pace, goes inside for Miller. Miller lays it up and through, and that will officially put this game to rest. 50-36. 14-point game with 16 seconds to go. We're also seeing some play time here for Greta Walter, number 3, as Williams airballs the floater. And time will expire here on Alumni Day as Kaylee Lauber lit up the offensive side of things here. So congratulations to the Somerville Pioneers for winning their alumni game. 50-36 is the final score here in Somerville. Huge thank you to Nate. Thank you to Tim Davis for having us out. And we will see you on the next one. Aaron Jolly alongside Nate Philbrick. And that is it for Somerville basketball today. We'll see you on the next one. Goodbye, everybody.